Hello. Good evening. Hope everybody's happy Thursday. Someone wants to say hi to me so I can feel like I'm not alone. That'd be awesome. Hello. Good Thursday to you, everybody. Hope I'm not too glitchy. I can't see what's going on. Hello, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, I want to do this Zoom Pro. I'll figure it out over the weekend or maybe tomorrow. But hello. Good Thursday to you. Once again, thanks for last week. Remind everybody, this is my one beer a week. Yeah, I've cut down. Hello. Hi, Sarah. That's awesome. Hello again. Cool. It is, yeah. I have a few things to do tonight. Hello, Madeline. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're tuned in. I have something to show of yours tonight. I'm going to do a show and tell a little bit tonight. Not quite like last week, but a little bit. Hello, everybody. A couple things I want to say before I start. Sometimes you're not as prepared as you... Oh, I look clean. I smell clean. Woo! Sometimes you're not as prepared as you want to be. That includes everything, right? That includes going to your job or going home to meet the folks or having the folks meet you, or you're not prepared as you want to be. But you know what? You've got to show up anyways. One of the problems I have with a lot of fellow artists of mine, they tell me that their art is their dream and stuff, and I'm like, no. Dreams are way weirder than this. Hello, Larry. Dreams, I can't interpret my dreams, so trust me, they're uninterpretable. I've been to psychiatrists, and they don't even know what's going on. But the point I'm trying to get at is turn your art into your job, and you'll keep showing up. So no matter how unprepared you are for your job, your 9 to 5, some days you're tired or you're beat, you show up anyways, because that's what you need to do. That's your job. Your job is to show up. So my job is to show up. This is what I do for a living. I'm not always good at it. Sometimes maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But I'm always going to fucking do it. So that's what I do. But I will show you, Madeline, soon, my thing. So bear with me. Now, you might think that I don't have any pants on. But I do. I'm wearing my pajama bottoms right now. I want to read a couple things that I did not write. This is one of my favorite poets. And I have a lot of favorite poets, by the way, and I do read poetry, and I think it's important. I also listen to songs and read novels and books and all kinds of shit. Reading is fundamental. I'm going to read 2 poems from this guy. I'm going to read 4 altogether. I'm going to read 2 to start off with, then I'm going to do a little show and tell, and then I'm going to other stuff, talk and stuff. But thanks for tuning in already. This is one of my favorite. I've read some of his stuff before. Some of them I haven't. Live, I meant. And I'm going to read a couple of them. His name is Stanley Kunitz. He's a great poet. He died when he was like 94. And when he was 93, they asked him if he believed in God. And he says, I'm not quite sure yet. Which I thought was a brilliant answer when you're 94. Because most of us aren't. But he's 94. Oh, those remind me of an old Martin Mull joke. What do you call a senior citizen atheist? Agnostic. But all right. You might get that if you think about it. This poem I did not write. Hope the light's not too bright. I need to see. So I'm going to read this 2 poems first, and then we'll take a little break on some other stuff, and then I'll read a couple more. This is called My Sisters. And again, it's Stanley Kunitz, The Collected Poems. He's a great fucking poet. I highly recommend it. This is called My Sisters. Who whispered, souls have shapes? So has the wind, I say, but I don't know. I could only feel things blow. Sorry, I'm going to start again. Who whispered, souls have shapes? So has the wind, I say, but I only know when things blow. I had 2 sisters once with long black hair who walked apart from me and wrote the history of tears. Their stories faded with their names, but the candle light they carried like dancers in a dream still flickers on their gowns as they bend over me to comfort my fears. Let nothing grieve you, Sarah and Sophia. Shush, shush, my dears, now and forever. That's a beautiful poem. Stanley Kunitz. I'm going to read one more of his, and I'll take a little break. Sip some more beer first. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for showing up. I hope it's not too glitchy. And like I said, next guest, which, why not, right? My 11th show, by the way. I love this poem, too. This is called The Layers. This is the first poem I heard him ever read, and I was just blown away by how beautiful it was. The layers. I have walked through many lives, some of them my own. I am not who I was, though so principle of being abides from which I struggle not to stray. When I look behind, I am compelled to look before I can gather strength to proceed on my journey. I see milestones dwindling toward the horizons, and the slow fires trailing from abandoned campsites over which scavenger angels wheel on heavy wings. Oh, I have made myself a tribe, one of my true affections, and my tribe is scattered. How shall the heart be reconciled to its feast of losses? In a rising wind, the manic dust of my friends, those who fell along the way, bitterly sting my face. Yet I turn, exalting somewhat, with my will intact to go where I need to go. And every stone on the road, precious to me. In my darkest night, when the moon was covered, I roamed the wreckage. A nimbus-clouded voice directed me. Live in the layers, not on the litter, though I lack the art to decipher it. No doubt the next chapter in my book of transformation is already written. I'm not done with my changes. That's a beautiful piece of work by Stanley Kunitz. Think about that. I am not done with my changes. None of us are. None of us are. So, all right, I'll show now a brief show and tell. Somebody who loves me gave me something recently, and I don't want anyone to be jealous because just don't be. You don't need to be. But I want to show you something someone gave me because I'm touched by it, and it means a lot to me. And I want to show it to you because it's super beautiful. It's like an I sleep on it with my pillow as a pillow now because it's too hot, but it's just lovely. And it's like an acid trip. So I want to show it to you. Howdy. I have some other stuff to read. Oh, this is cool. I think so. Okay, this is it. This goes out to Madeline, Matriana, anybody. But this is so beautiful, and I want to show it to you again. I'm going to stand up so I can get a little better look. Stiff. Okay, this is it. Hope you can see it clearly. This is handmade. It's incredibly beautiful. Article. Look at the colors. Woo! Woo! That's very beautiful, right? I like the special effects. I hope you guys like that. Thank you. That was awesome. Hope the light's not too bright for everybody. So, someone gave me that. And what do you do during COVID? What the fuck? Knit. Draw. Masturbate a lot if you don't have a lover. Although masturbation does have its side effects. Called depression a little bit. And by the way, depression is a motherfucker. God damn it. You ever think that, like, I'll tell us a little bit, then I'll read some more poems. But depression, what it feels like a fist in between your skull and your brain, and it squeezes your fucking head. It's unreal. It's awesome. It's awesome. It is. It's gorgeous colors. Amazing. Let's use a much bigger one I got too, but I'm going to wait until the winter hits, and it will. This is awesome. I'm going to read another poem that I like a lot, and I'll tell you a backstory on this one. I was in Oregon a few years ago with my lovely sister Suzanne, and we're bopping around. Went to the famous apple place where you buy like fancy apples and shit, which is worth going. It's a little touristy, but it's so really cool. Hey Sid, how are you, buddy? Glad you made it back to Chicagoland, Sid. Yeah, but this guy, I like all kinds of art, by the way. I like funny stuff. I like serious stuff. I like cowboy stuff. I like country music. I like soul music. I like jazz. And I love Bob Dylan's new music. It's amazing. But I was in Oregon and ended up at this like guy's house with all these dirty books, and I love fucking books. I love the smell of books, man. It's like the old line from Apocalypse Now. I like the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. Well, I like the smell of books because it smells like victory to me. So I like the smell of books. So I bought this book. This is Cowboy Philosophy. The old NPR guy. Baxter Black is his name. I used to see him all the time. I didn't hear him, I should say, on NPR years ago. I don't know if he might be dead. But this is actually signed. Signed. Woo! Okay. This is a poem. I did not write this again. It's called Just Friends. I'm going to read this, and then we're taking a little break again. I'll show you. I have one more thing I want to show you. Good, Sid. Alive and happy. That's awesome. Well, I don't know if I'm happy, Sid, but I am alive. And I'm happy sometimes. I'm going to have a happy dinner tonight. This is called Just Friends, Sid, by Buster Black. I can't remember his number. I don't call him often enough. His birthday always escapes me because I can't keep up with that stuff. I'm lucky if I see him even more than once or twice a year. But I'm really not complaining because we're so close. We're just not near. I recognize his daughter's voice. I remember when she was born. Hell, I was there when he got married. Held the ring his wife has worn. For all these years, his darling, you know she hasn't changed a bit. And him and me, we're making time by the bad habits that we quit. Together we're ambidextrous, although we're really not a pair. We got each other covered, and between us, a full head of hair. We are part of each other's gristle, as infiltrate as bone. It's nice how life can fix it, so you don't have to go it alone. As I sit here blowing smoke rings with the pipe dreams that we've had, I'm wondering if I told him how many times he made me glad. Just to know he's out there somewhere like a dollar in my shoe, and how much it pleases me if he felt the same way too. When I add up all the assets, he's one thing I cannot appraise. What a promise or a handshake or a phone call worth these days. It's a credit with no limit. It's a debt that never ends. I will owe him till forever because you can't be more than friends. Buster Black, people. The old cowboy poet. He used to do a bunch of stuff. I'm going to have dinner too. I'm happy and alive and ready for dinner too. I am happy enough for now. And I am ready for dinner. I'm making baked potato, a really delicious salad, and some broiled pollock with lemon and a little bit of spice. So it's cool. Again, if you want to share a beer with me, it's a good time to do it. Or a sip of tea, whatever you like. I'm having my one beer a week. I have some other stuff to do. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, I have one. Another show and tell. All right. Okay, this will be tough. All right. Can you see this? I don't know if you can see this one. I can't see this very well, huh? I am in this photograph. Can you tell which one's me? Can you see it clearly enough? Okay, I know the light's good. I am in this photograph. Can you tell which one's me? Right on. Perfect. Can you tell which one's me? I'll have to give you a hint. I'm on the second row. If you can tell, I'm on the second row. I don't know if it's good enough. Can you see? I'm right fucking... Right there, that's me. as a kid. There I am, 10 years old. That's what you get when your parents die. You find weird shit, yeah. Good. Glass of wine and a Stella Rosa. I'm having a Mickey's Big Mouth. You guys are stepping up your game. I appreciate it. Okay. We're going to keep going and read some more. I got some other stuff to do. I want a couple of my poems. I promise I'll do that. All right. You're the one with the wild eyes, baby. You know it. Yes, I am the wild-eyed motherfucker. Especially in 4th grade. I like that teacher, though. She was pretty strict. It was in Winnetka, Illinois, Mrs. Williams. But the difference between her being strict, though, is she wasn't an asshole. Like, she was strict, but you can tell she cared about her kids, and she wasn't a jerk. And I was the semi-short guy. He's much shorter than that. There's no joke. I'm much shorter than that. What were you like as a kid? Shorter than I am now, with more hair on my head and less hair everywhere else. I'm going to read one of my favorite poets again, and then I'm going to read a few more things. I don't know, I want to tell jokes, but it's like, what I really miss lately with this COVID and other things? It's goddamn silly. Man, we got to make time, and we got to make room for silly. Everything's so serious, man. And I get it, but we got to make time for silly people. I'll try to bring it back on my own sometime in the near future, I promise. In the meantime, sip another beer. I want to thank you guys for tuning in already. I introduced you to my wall. You already have. I've added some new pieces to my wall. I'll show it to you in a minute. I'm going to read a couple Emily Dickinson's work, and just a couple. And I like her because they had a lot of reputation about her. And one thing she talked about was how come she was never published. Well, one reason was she never wanted to be published, but she cared about her work because she had them all categorized and kept securely. And she was a lovely poet, and she had an intellectual love affair with this guy. He wrote letters back and forth, and when she passed away, he went to her house and found all these great poems. There you are, John. How are you, buddy? Stiffening on the edges. All right, so I hope the light's not too bad. I got to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to read. I have some of these poems on SoundCloud. I also have the radio shows on Mixcloud. I have a YouTube channel. I'm all over the goddamn place. Twitter account. Instagram, I never used before. Read a couple poems here, and a couple more, and then we'll go on. All right, Emily's fantastic. She's a badass. All right, so read a couple of them. I'm gonna read 2. Wait, I'm gonna read them in the number she did. This is a 1468. To mend each tattered faith, there is a needle fair, though no appearances indicate 'tis threaded in the air. And though it did not wear, as if never tore, 'tis very comfortable indeed, and spacious as before. 1469. A chilly peace infests the grass. The sun respected lies. Not any trance of industry these shallows scrutinize, whose allies go no more astray for service or for glee, but all mankind deliver here from whatever sea. Hey, Bennett, how are you, sir? Just read Emily Dickinson for you, Bennett. Oh, that's cool, man. 18. I thought it was less than that, Phil. I thought it was like 1 or 2. But you might be right. You're a well-read guy, Sid. But I know a little bit about her, too. But I think maybe 18. But she also said some comment about why she didn't get published more often. Because she felt like they were her children, and she didn't want to give them away. I thought that was a nice thing. Although I think my art's my children, too, but I like to give my children away. I'm going to play a little mini harmonica thing. Do a couple more Stanley Kunitz's, a couple of my own things. And we're coming along here. Well, thanks for tuning in, buddies. Bennett, thanks for tuning in. Bennett, by the way, I am just blown away how good that fucking Bob Dylan's album is. Holy shit. I was overwhelmed by it a little bit, actually. I needed to take my time on it because it was over-fucking-whelming me. But I'm really digging the crap out of it. Yeah. Shakespeare is not dead, Ben, as you said to me the first time I got that text from you. Or the message was nice. Yeah, so, yeah, it's awesome. But we're going to do a little of this. Last week, I appreciate you guys helping me name my paintings. If you might recall, if anybody tuned in last week, you helped me name my paintings, which is awesome. And you guys came up with some great names, by the way. I can't remember them all, but I have them written down. But today I have a different, not a better idea, but a different idea. And not because I'm coming up with shit. But first of all, I'll do a mini tour of my background. Okay, I've added some new stuff to my room. Let's see if I can find it here. Okay, there I've added that last week on my wall of madness here. My skull guy. I added that guy, the watermelon man up there in the top above my parents. So I've added a few things. You know, my dad still. There's me when I was really high on mushrooms as I used to be a model, believe it or not. But there's me right there. You can't see in the light. It's really shitty, but it's okay. No big deal. Yeah, so, okay, yeah, here's the new challenge for this week. I want you guys to help me with. I need lots of help with everything, but one at a time. One at a time, John, one at a time. Okay, this is the new challenge for this week. This is not a white rabbit in snow. This is an empty canvas. I want to start painting it tonight or tomorrow. What I want you guys to do, if you want to or if you could, I need 5 colors to work with. So you can give me one color, or you can give me all 5, or 2 or 3. But I want to look 5 colors on this blank canvas. So I want you guys to pick my colors if you could. Help me pick some colors, that'd be great. And while you're doing that, I'll read another Stanley Kunis poem. But this is a blank canvas, and I haven't started yet, as you can tell. I need some help picking the colors. So if you hear this, and you want me to, or could, give me some colors to choose from. And I have a variety of colors, and I can make colors too. So this is it. Working with acrylics. But give me a color. Okay, violet's a good color. All right. I'll write it down too. I won't forget to write this down. So we get a good look here. Violet and red. All right, right on. I like that. Those are good. Okay, I need 3 more colors. You can take your time. And I'm going to get another poem here, another Stanley Kunis poem. Well, actually, yeah. Let's do that. So that's good. This is good. I'll read a couple of my own little weird orange. Okay, but I've got the first 3 are violet, red, and orange. I'll write that down. I got that. Okay, I need 2 more colors. I've got violet, red. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a life lesson number 9. All right. Again, in 2 more colors, but I can get them if you guys don't come up with them. So I got violet, red, and orange so far. Life lesson number 9, never drink OJ right after you're brushing your teeth. Eat some toast first. Purple, I got 4. That's perfect. I got purple, orange, red, and violet. You guys that's nice. This is nice colors. Oh, and green. All right, that's perfect. We got the 5. We've got violet, red, orange, purple, and green. So we got the 5 colors. I won't forget, by the way, And maybe by next week, maybe I'll get it done by then, I will show you a painting with red, orange, purple, and green. I will get those colors on this painting. Next week, I might show you the thing, and if I sell it, you'll get some credit. No, you won't. But I like to lie a little bit. But that's cool. So, John, thank you for the green idea. Sarah's purple, Sid is orange, Larry's red, and Michelle is violet. This is very good. All right, life lesson number 15, and they do not go in order, these life lessons, and I've learned them from my own experience, so you could take them or not. Life lesson number 15, never fry naked. No matter how good of a cook you are, you could burn your belly. But if you do fry naked, make sure you wear an apron. It'd be sexy if you wear an apron. So, but frying bacon in the nude is not a good idea unless you're fast on your feet. All right, turquoise. Well, Sarah, you've already said purple, Sarah. So we've got the 5, but thanks for more. Oh, if those I could paint a monster. I could. I could do it in my honor of Gilbert. I'd do a Frankenstein. That's very good, man. All right. Life lesson number 6. Remember, these are no particular order, but I like this one too. Whether you stay and fight or decide to run, either way, you'll end up tired. And you might trip. But that's a different issue. I want to read this. Oh, this is really cool. So again, I got the 5 colors. I promise you I'll use them. Green, purple, orange. Hold on. Make sure I got them. Violet, red, orange, purple, and green. Those are beautiful colors. Oh, yeah, don't fry naked. You're absolutely correct. I went to a job orgy once, and compared to this job, it was boring. That's not true. Listen, no matter how much I don't believe in the devil, I would never name my kid Satan. It just seems a little too hardcore for me. Stan, maybe, but not Satan. I'm going to get another poem ready to read, and then if anybody wants to ask me a question or two when I'm done reading this poem, that'd be awesome. Because I lie, though. I lie a lot, as you know. I come from a large family of liars, though, so it comes in the family. But but mine learned my line on the streets. I'm a natural born liar. All right. I love this poem next, too. I'll read 2 more, and then a couple more little things. And next week I'll have more original stuff, I promise. And hopefully, and probably a guest, which would be fun. Yeah, don't fry naked. That's my little lesson. All right. I love this poem, too. This is called The Quarrel. Again, Stanley Kunitz. You want a Pulitzer for poetry, and he was like 90. I highly recommend his work. I recommend reading, period, a lot, but let's just stick with it. All right. The word I spoke in anger weighs less than a parsley seed, but a road runs through it that leads to my grave. That broad lot on salt-sprayed hill in Truro, where the scrub pines overlook the bay. Halfway, I am dead enough, strayed from my own and my fierce hold on life. If I could cry, I would cry, but I'm too old to be anyone's child, Lipton. With whom should I quarrel except in this hiss of love, this harsh, irregular flame? Hey, Steve, how are you? Okay. I like that. By the way, Steve, I'm doing like some weird, Buster Black NPR feel tonight. So you're kind of hitting it there. But I'm Garrison Keillor without the gropey. Unless they put it this way: when I grope, I ask permission. Excuse me, may I grope you? And if they say no, I say okay. But the thing about groping, you can't just do it randomly. Nice. Okay. But thanks for tuning in, peeps. This is very good. This is very fun. This is a new one. I never read this out loud, and I discovered it earlier today, and I really thought it was really quite beautiful. So I'm going to read this one more, and then I'm going to maybe get close to our goodbyes. But I want to tell everybody tune in. Have a nice meal. Thanks for tuning in. And I promise you, I've got the colors for next week's painting. I'll start working on it this week, and hopefully I'll be able to show it to you next week. So that'd be cool if I get done that fast. So we'll see. The only thing about promises, you shouldn't make them unless you plan to keep them. And that's why I don't make them too often. So, or once a week beer. Before I do this poem, I'm going to say something else. It's weird. Apparently they're having like a coin shortage now temporarily. Like if you go to a grocery store in LA, they're having signs saying, please give exact change because they're having a coin shortage. It was like, wow, what next? But I also thought to myself earlier, I go, dude, we're having an empathy, humanity shortage that's more concerning than this coin shortage. But let's get the coins back and let's be more empathetic and more humane to each other. We need that. So I'm going to read this for the first time ever right now. And I'm going to talk a little more after that. And we're going to say goodbye. And I want everybody to have a great week. Tune in next week. And hopefully I'll talk to Michelle later this weekend about getting this Zoom Pro set up so you get a guest. Because I want them. Steve, anybody. So again, this is called Abduction. I find this really intense and really beautiful. I'm going to read it. I've never read this before, so bear with me. Some things I do not profess to understand, perhaps not wanting to, including whatever it is they did with you or you with them. That timeless summer day when you stumbled out of the wood, distracted by your white blouse torn and a blood stain on your skirt. Do you believe, you ask, between us, through the years, from broken clues we pieced enough together to make the story real? How you encountered on the path a pack of sleek greyhounds, trailed by a dumb show retinue in leather shrouds, and how you were led through leafy ways into a presence of a royal stag. Flaming in its chestnut coast, you kneeled on a swale of moss before you, and how you were borne aloft in triumph to the green stretched on his rack horn, till suddenly you found yourself alone in a trampled clearing that was a long time ago, but almost another age. But even now, when I hold you in my arms, I wonder where you are. Sometimes I wake to hear the engines of the night thrumming outside in the East Bay window, on the lawn spreading on the rose garden. You lie beside me in elegant repose, a hint of transport hovering on your lips, indifferent to the harsh green flares that swiveled through the room. Searchlights controlled by unseen hands. Out there in a childhood country, bleak faces peering in with coal for eyes. Our lives are spinning out from world to world. The shape of things are shifting in the wind. What do you know beyond the rapture and the dread? Fucking dread. That's Stanley Kunis. The thing about reading these guys, and these guys that are older than me, like Dylan or John Prine, who I missed, they're still making great art, and they're older than fucking me. So the only thing you can't do in life is to be young again. Everything else is still available to you. You just can't be young again. And you can't have sex quite as often in the same evening. But that's okay. Because you get older, man, it's okay. It's snuggling and fucking time. Reminds me of a Bobcat Goldthwait story one time. He says he met this girl, a young girl. He goes, I want to fuck the hell out of you. And he goes, well, how about this? Let's have sex once, cuddle, and make me a low sodium diet, and I might consider leaving my wife. I thought that was fun. Okay, I'm going to read one more life lesson, one more of my poems I read last week. Then I'm going to bid everybody adieu. Tune in next week. Have a great thing. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. John, Steve, Madeline, Michelle, Larry, whoever else might be there, Sarah, fantastic. Thank you. Life lesson number 12. Again, no order. Treat people like they're human. Treat people like they're human. Life lesson number 12. I know, it's like, what the fuck? Exactly. Most people treat them like they're fucking dogs. I shouldn't say that, because some dogs are treated quite well. You know? I don't know, I'm going to read this one. Okay, I'm going to read a poem I read last night because I just really like it. And it's funny because I'm not going to open mics lately, so I would sometimes take these poems to different open mics anyway. So And it might be a new person. I'm going to read two more things. I'm going to say goodbye. Um, how many times can you cry before you share a tear? How many times do you shout before you whisper in her ear? Sorry. So fucking sorry. I'm going to read this, and then even though I read this last week, but I'm going to read it because I like it. And then I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm going to wish you guys a healthy, happy week. When you go out in public with a lot of people around you, please wear a fucking mask. Dave, I sort of fucked up on that totally because I'm going to get that thing done by this weekend, and you're going to be my first guest. So hang in there, Dave. And I didn't mean to piss you off or hurt you, and I've just been in a mind fuck lately. And it's no one's fault but my own. I take some responsibility for some of myself. So then hang in there, Dave. We'll get you. And I promise. I've read this before. I'm going to read it again, and then I'm going to say goodbye. But thank you for tuning in. And thanks for being groovy. And yeah, but I'm going to get that painting done with those 5 colors you guys picked out for me, which are beautiful colors, by the way, and I can make them all, so we'll do it. I like this poem a lot, so I'm going to read this, and this is what I'm feeling about lately with this fucking COVID. I feel sorry for the people that have no place to feel safe in. Feeling safe without the COVID is difficult for a lot of people. And with the COVID, it just makes it more difficult. So it's just hard. So take care of yourselves. Keep your hands fucking clean. Keep your hands clean. Wear a mask in public. You don't have to be a prick about it. It's not a political comment to wear a fucking mask. It means you care about people. And caring about people is political. I don't want to talk to you. Just care about people. All right. I'm reading this and I'm going to say goodbye. And thanks for tuning in once again. This is the weirdest thing I've ever done, maybe, artistically. Shy person in my own life, and this is my life in here, so what the fuck, right? My once a week beer. All right. I want to thank Michelle for last week, and then help me with this Zoom Pro, which we'll get hooked up this weekend. So we'll get the guest by next week. Okay, this is my last poem and my last thing for the night. But again, thank you for everybody tuning in. I have more stuff next week. And I hope you enjoy Stanley and Emily and Buster and whatever else. Thanks, John. I like doing different things, John, but thank you, though, dude. Thank you very much for the compliment. This is one of the newer people. Not super new, maybe a month old. I usually perform live, but this is writing stuff. So these poems are called Love in the Time of COVID. Not a praying man, don't feel sorry for me, don't feel sorry for yourself. I'll start that again. Not a praying man, don't feel sorry for me, don't feel sorry for yourself. Think about the night talkers, the street walkers, the junkies, the unwanted, the disenfranchised, the forgotten. No more or no less human than you or I. No Facebook, no Twitter, libraries closed, books left on the shelf, dreams given up on, even before they rose. Families broken apart even before they tried to mend. Lost memories stuck inside a broken mind. Not a praying man, don't feel sorry for me. Think of the ones that can't think for themselves. The lost. When this is all over, will they still be lost? Loneliness crushes the soul. Sometimes you can barely hear the heartbeat. I'm not a praying man, don't feel sorry for me. Miracles happen all the time, but nobody seems to notice. Smile with your eyes, give time to a stranger, and don't feel sorry for me. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Michelle. You guys picked up some great colors from my painting. I hope I might be able to get it done in a week and show it to you next week. I'll have some new material for you to hear. And thanks for all the kindnesses, and keep loving each other with honesty. And it's okay to not know. Like, the best thing about this racial shit we're dealing with right now and other things like that is to say, I don't know. How do you feel? I don't want to hurt you. If I did, I'm already sorry. There's some way I can make it better. I don't want to hurt you. I'm willing to learn. You can learn from me. I can learn from you. We can figure this shit out, maybe. and hang in there and get along and be loving and share a cookie, share a cold beer, share a nice tea, share a joint if you do that shit. And last but not least, what's harder to do with a gas mask on? Eat pussy or suck dick? I'm not sure. I haven't done either one of those in a long time. Take care of yourself, babies. Stay good, stay healthy, and keep painting. And I love the colors. And I promise you, I'm going to use those colors on this blank canvas. Take care of yourself, everybody. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep creating. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Peace.